This Titan Smash strategy helps Synchronic Gaming win the World Championships, but can we use it in the regular mode of the game with similar success? This is the army comp we're going to be coming in with in today's video. We're going to be using the Siege Barracks, I think, in almost every attack. And then in terms of the hero equipment, you can run the Gauntlet if you want instead of the Spiky Ball, but this is definitely the best. Queen, you can also run the Frozen Arrow on either of them if you prefer that. Those three are all good. The Warden, you need to run this, and you need to run the Yak on the Warden. That is critical. Then the Royal Champion, we're going to run the default ground hero equipment. So this is the first base of the video. Now, one of the questions you all had was about whether this would work on double invis bases, and don't worry, we're going to have at least 2 of them in this video because we're doing some war attacks here, seeing a lot of double invis bases in this war, so we're going to set up here. Now, how do we do this? So we're going to have the Golem and the Queen on one side of the flank, then the Siege Barracks on the Royal Champion on the other. If you want to see us do a full video breakdown of Synchronic's attacks, I'll link that on the left and at the end of the video. So we're going to start off with the Queen. Oh, beautiful. You'll love to see a Tesla farm. In fact, I'm just going to use a balloon there to help out. Then the Siege Barracks. We're not going to put the Royal Champion down straight away. How did that not get that down? And there's the Wall Breaker. And now we're going to spam in the middle. Where are the healers going? Are you for real? What are they doing? Come back. I'm going to use a second wall breaker, and as soon as the Valks are coming out, that's when I'll use the Royal Champion. I'm going to freeze because I need to keep my King ability alive here. Because if his ability goes off, that's actually a really nice Warden ability. We get so much in that. Gonna pop the Queen ability. She's on the right side. Now, this is all about the King ability here, opening up the entire base. Look at that. The Earthquake Boots even reaches to the Town Hall. Probably a good time to use a Rage spell. I don't know what you're on, but I'm gonna freeze. And at this stage, we've just got too many, we should have too many, what's his name? Troops up to stop this from 3-starring. Too many. The Yak's going to keep opening walls. You can see why the Yak is so necessary on this. Look at him. Just going through everything like a hot knife through butter. Now, is this an overkill? No, but I'm also not a world champion. And this is the first time I've done an attack with this army. I'm not running it in Legends League. This is my first attack here. And honestly, pretty simple. And that's what I like about it for all of you at home. This shouldn't be too difficult to execute. And we've still got plenty of Super Barbs left over. Now, if you don't want to put the Dark Elixir into Super Barbs, that is fine. I would still recommend, obviously, use the Super Barbs, but you could probably remove the Super Barbs for a couple of Valks to set a really nice funnel. I'm going to be so curious to see what happens in this attack. So, if the 2 Invis Towers were in the core of the base, I would switch up and bring the Log Launcher. I don't have one, but I would use the Log Launcher. But given that the Invis Towers are on the outside of the base, I'm still going to use the Siege Barracks, but we're going to change up how we do it. So we got Golem and Queen on the bottom side of the base. And I think I'll just get my early wall break in there. Now let's get the Siege Barracks over here. Gonna get a wall break in there. Hopefully the Barb there can set a nice funnel. Then we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna delay my healers a second because it looks like that that air defense might be in range. Now notice there how I freeze, oh my Queen's in trouble, how I freeze the defenses but not the Invis Tower so that the Invis Tower can go off. Beautiful, it does. Queen's doing a great job on the bottom side of the base. Look at this, you don't need a, oh that's so annoying, the Valks went outside the base. They must have just come out at the wrong time there. Notice how, you don't need a poison spell with this army, that's what I was trying to say. Queen is in trouble and I'm not even going to try and keep her alive. I do want to put my King ability here. It's not going to get as much value as I want because of the NATO. But that's alright. Now we're coming in onto the back end of the base. Is that... Oh my god, the Warden's on the Royal Champion. That feels quite unlucky. That would have been at the edge of its range. That's alright. Got three Headhunters coming across the base. Unfortunately, the Yak has gone down somewhere, so we're not getting through this wall awfully quickly. But it should be fine anyway. I think we're just going to get this one done. Not an overkill. Not an overkill, but I don't think this army style is set for bases with invis towers. It's not really perfect for that. I probably could have just Yeti bombed the invis tower if I want. I still think I got unlucky that the Valks came out at the exact time the invis tower popped. I also don't know why the P.E.K.K.A.s didn't go for the ricochet cannon here. They kind of went a little bit further than they needed to. But is it going to cost us? No. Is it as quick as some of the world champions are doing it? No. But look at this. We've still got 2 Titans and a full health king. And that's all this strat is about. Warden, can you please not beat the wall? Oh, Warden, never change. As I was saying, this strat, it just feels super duper solid, and it's not as easy to spam in this meta. Root Riders aren't as strong. I think you can make a pretty solid case that this army is stronger than Root Riders currently. What about another double invis base? This one is a bit more interesting. There's 2 ways you can do it. I'm going to do it the less ideal way, but the way that I haven't seen really done much, so I'm curious. We're going to come in on this side of the base and really see what we can do with it. You could also use like your queen or the siege barracks versus this invis tower and kind of do it like we did last attack. But let's try this out. Something like that. Gonna tank the mortar for a shot. These barbs don't go as well versus the what's his name? The supercharged buildings. Oh my word, I could not deploy anything there. And then my screen kind of yanked to the side. Not ideal. It's a nice wall break though. My Royal Champion's getting kind of wrecked. The Queen is, but that's understandable. The Royal Champion less so. Everything's kind of spread out here. It's a bit different to all the other hits we've done. Hopefully the Royal Champion can... Alright, she's just going to go straight for the Town Hall. Definitely not what I wanted. Definitely not what I wanted. I wanted her on the flank, but can you see? When you deploy the Royal Champion too early, some of the time she's just gonna do this, where she just goes to the complete center of the base, and that's not where we want her at all. And that's something I don't love about this attack strategy. I understand why the pros deploy the Royal Champion early, because they're trying to get the triple as quickly as possible. But you end up in situations like this here, and this is a fail. This is a fail, and this has nothing to do with the double invis towers on the back end. I had my Royal Champion down way too early, and I wasn't putting rage spells for my troops. And look at this. We're not even going to get particularly close here. The Royal Champion got wrecked. The Queen did nothing. I don't understand how she got such little value. And yeah, look at that. Big fail here. So, kind of showing you this attack strategy, but if I'd done this hit with Root Riders, I still think I fail it anyway. Root Riders are not particularly good versus double invis bases. So it's hard if you don't have the Fireball upgraded, but if you need to upgrade the Fireball just in case you run into these double invis bases, because the Fireball is so good against invis bases, whereas double Poison Tower and double Rage Tower bases, these Titans will run them down. It will be an easy 3-star. If you want to see all the attacks from the World Championship, where Synchronic used this army, and there were no Invis Towers really at all in the World Championship, I can only remember one. If you want to see how they take down those... let's do a Skelly Donut on Arch Tower here. If you want to see how they take down the double Poison Tower or Rage Tower bases, then we'll link that video on the left. Still a really good army, just be careful of the double invis.